What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing well today. It's great to be able to connect with you. I want to talk to you today about how to identify pest issues in your Nepenthes and how to treat it. Now, there are multiple different types of pests that you can get with Nepenthes. The two most common, I would say second most common, is mites, which we'll talk about at the end of this video, which is a real big bummer. But then the number one pest is thrip. And if you grow Nepenthes for any length of time, you will more than likely have a thrip issue. The way that you can prevent them is to keep the area around the stem clean of any old leaves and keep good airflow. The other good thing is if you have a very moist condition. Thrip does not do well in moist conditions, so the high humidity, moist soil will help that out. When you start drying out, it's when you start getting some issues, which is actually what happened to me. Thrip is a very, very, very small insect that loves to attack new growth, and essentially what it does is it breaks down the tissue of the plant, the cells, and so you end up getting these very weird malformed leaves. And so you can't always see the thrip. They look like itty bitty tiny white bugs, but you can certainly tell that their presence has been felt on your plants. And so this is my Marpesa by Truncata giant, and you can see clearly this leaf has a very deformed shape. It's also got those little tiny, it's hard to tell with this phone, but it's got these black lines that go through it. Those are telltale signs where the thrip has been, and it has chewed away from the cells, and it has caused the leaf to be malformed. I've got another example. So here's one on this smaller plant. See how it attacks this new growth, and you get almost this really rough looking leaf, and it kind of grows malformed. That's another classic sign of thrip. Now, those are old leaves. I've already treated it, and it has been a successful treatment, but I wanted to show you how to do so, and then what the results you could expect and how the plants react. Thrip will kill your plants if it's not treated. It isn't a death sentence by any means, but it will eat away at the plant, and eventually the plant will succumb to the disease. Or excuse me, not disease, the insect, the pest. Now, once you've identified them, what I like to do is make sure that you treat your plants at a period of time where you're going to have the lights off. So some of these plants, they can react to its phyto reaction, right? If you treat them during the day when you have your lights on, they can burn the plant. So what I like to do is treat them near the end of the night, where I'm going to turn the lights off in the grow tent and have them so that they can't have any phyto reaction. And the treatment of choice for me is this Captain Jack's insecticidal super soap. It is all natural and organic. There are many other treatments that you can do out there, but I have found this one to have no adverse reaction to the plants, and it does very well. And the key to that is that you want to get every single bit of the leaves that seem infected and the leaves around it coated. So what I do is I spray the top and bottoms of each leaf, and I rub it down to make sure they're all covered. And then I get the a small amount on the media itself to get any of those eggs that might be looking to hatch soon. Now, the biggest thing is you do not want to douse the plant's soil too much, because biggest thing is you don't want that stuff getting to the roots. That's where you're going to start getting in some severe adverse reaction. But it's okay to get the soil, the medium, or media rather, yeah. And so it doesn't take many treatments. Sometimes, depending on how bad the infestation is, it'll take 2, 3, 4 treatments. But if you catch it early enough, 1 to 2 treatments will be all that you need. And the plants react swimmingly to this. So this was the leaf that was impacted by it. I sprayed the Captain Jack's on it. The very next leaf is this big, beautiful babe right here. So the plant will let you know very quickly that it feels great, it feels healthy, and it'll produce some great leaves for you. Now, the other pest that's less common and way harder to treat are mites. Mites tend to, again, very hard to see. There are different forms. There's spider mites that look like essentially little tiny spiders. Don't get that confused with spiders, right? Spiders are our friends for Nepenthes. They will kill those things like mites and other thrip. But spider mites look like tiny little fuzzy bugs, and they do produce spider webs, but they're a lot thicker than like a traditional spider. And yeah, and they'll be at sort of the base of the plant, up in the soft tissue area. Those are harder to treat. This insecticidal spray will take care of that. There are certain types of mites that actually get into the cells, which just hope that you never get that, because it's very difficult. There are other methods you can do. You can get some very, very hot water and dunk the plants to treat thrip and mites, but again, you know, that's a very risky procedure. I find that this insecticide, organic insecticide, works perfect for that. That is all I have to share. I wanted to keep this a very short video today. Just make sure that you pay attention to your plants. You know what good looks like with them. If you start to see that thrip treatment, don't panic, don't freak out. It is a pain in the butt, but it is treatable. And follow these steps, and you should just do just fine. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's nice catching up. Talk to you soon.